I think I'm gonna just start a new vlog. What is up, everybody? It's your girl Jada Reeves here, aka Diamond, back with another video. And it has been a minute, okay? But I'm not even gonna dwell on the fact that it's been a minute. You guys already know the routine, okay? Like, you know, every day is not, every month, every week, every day, everything looks different, okay? Everything is not gonna be the same, okay? I've just been a very busy girl. Not too much, like, to not go into too much detail about it. Like, girl, I just been busy, which we all are, and we're all just trying to figure out life, you know what I mean? And just like go with the flow, go with the motions of it, and not like work too much against it, okay? If that makes any sense. So I also have been at work. Right now I'm on my lunch break. My lunch is an hour, and I'm trying to figure out right now exactly what it is that I want to eat. I don't know what I want to eat. A part of me is not hungry, but a part of me kind of is. So I don't know. I'm just riding around trying to get inspiration for what it is that I want to stop and grab. But in the meantime, I just wanted to come and say hey, and talk about how much I miss you guys, which a lot. You know, I see the comments. I try to respond to the comments. I got a comment recently where someone discovered my channel and she's been binge watching me. Hey girl, hey. I'm gonna reply to that, of course, before this video comes out. And so that, I saw that message a few days ago, but I think it was like a week ago or something like that, where, but I'm not neglecting you guys. I'm not neglecting the channel, because every time I come back with a video, I always have to tell y'all that I have been reading, because I just haven't been feeling like documenting it on camera, you know what I mean? Probably because I can't really get a grip, you know what I'm saying? I can't really get a grip on how that's gonna look for me, especially just right now with what I have going on. So when I get the urge to turn on the camera, I do. And so I have the urge to turn on the camera right now. So that's why we have the camera on, because I'm in the mood to discuss books, especially this one that I'm reading right now. So, and I'm also gonna do a sit down video that's probably out before this one, talking about all of my recent reads or all of my summer reads, you know, which I touched on a couple of them at the end of the video, where I say the one where I read Blue Sisters and then stop. So yeah, I'm going to touch on Blue Sisters. I'm going to touch on Cleopatra and Frankenstein and all the other books that I've been reading this summer, because I got a lot of stuff to talk about as far as those books are concerned. But I'm currently reading Moo by Miss Jane Smiley. And honestly, y'all, there's a lot that I have to say about this. Like, there's a lot that I need to say in general in regards to literary fiction, especially literary fiction is written in the mid 90s, mid to late 90s, early 2000s. It just hits different, you know what I mean? Like, you might not know what I mean unless you're interested in the things that I'm interested in, which a book is a book, you know what I'm saying? A book is a book. A book is what it's meant to be, entertaining unless it's informational. They're just meant to entertain you and to give you like a different perspective on life, and to like I guess give you some sort of like prowess as to what is going on in a culture that is completely different from your own, okay? So that's what books are kind of meant to do. But it's just something very unique about an academic who writes a book, and who means it, and who loves it, and who takes inspiration from where they're from, their hometown, the conversations, the dialect, the verbiage, all of those things. You can tell when it's just embedded in their soul. You can tell when the writing is also connected to their soul and to who they are as individuals. And how I think about Jane Smiley, it's not in comparison to Toni Morrison. That's not what I'm going to say, because they have two totally different writing styles, and they are in a lane of their own. So it's not to compare them in that way, but I will say their approach to literature is very similar, if that's making any sense. the way that they were taught how to write is very similar. You know, their lived experiences are totally different and unique in and of themselves, and where they gain that inspiration from is totally different. That's not what I'm trying to say, but you just can tell. What I am trying to say, however, is you can totally tell that there was more, take my shades off for a second, that there was more like emphasis on just what it was to write a great novel. Like, Jane Smiley is a great American storyteller. Like, that is just it. That's it. That's the sentence. That's all. This woman is immaculate in what she does, and she's in a league of those writers where you just have to like sit back and just like, I'm in awe. I'm in awe of this. I read one other Jane Smiley. I read 1,000 Acres by her. I think that was published in like 1989, if I'm not mistaken, or like 85, something like that. And then we have this, you know, Moo. So Moo is a campus novel. Okay, it is about a fictional town in a fictional school where you can say the school's name is Moo or Cal State. Okay, either Cal State, COW, or Moo, and it's just about the intricacies of being at university, getting your either your undergrad or your bachelor's degree, and just all of the nuances to that place, whether it be a wonderful place that you loved and experienced or a terrible place that you just hated, but it was necessary for you and your growth. That is what Moo is centered around, and that's what Moo is about. If I could give you a movie about, or a movie that is like, that gives Moo vibes, it would have to be Election with Reese Witherspoon. I think I got that right. It's called Election. It's humorous. It's a satire on campus life, following the students as well as the professors and administrators and everything in between, even like the little people in the town. And like I'm considering thinking, or it lends consideration to the aspect of how a small town, kind of how all of the inner workings, like everything is working together to build up this story. It's a huge cast of characters. You'll never be able to keep up with all of the characters, but I think the way that Jane Smiley is gonna like portray all of them or bring them all along together is gonna make for a great reveal. I know it, based on the idea of 1,000 Acres. Even though she took the story of King Lear and put it into a new spin in a Midwestern town, it was still jaw-dropping how she brought everything together in the novel. So I'm expecting something along those lines. I'm thinking that's like kind of gonna be her thing. But why I really wanted to bring in or do a vlog on Moo is the feeling that I get when I'm reading it. Like, this excites me on a different type of level. Like, this book is, hold on, I gotta make sure that it says that my microphone is on, but I don't want to keep talking. Okay, it was on. So in opening up this book and reading this book, which I've only been reading it for one day, I'm on page 58. Moo is like, it's exciting to read, basically, in a nutshell, in so many words. It brings this excitement back that I haven't felt in a long time, especially with those more modern or more contemporary books that I have decided to partake in and to read. They've been funny. Am I in a parking spot? They've been funny. They've been interesting. They have they've been all of those things, but they have missed they have basically, it's something missing from all of the contemporary works that I've read as of late, except for a couple of rereads. I did reread 3 books over the summer, which I'll talk about in that other video that I said I was going to do, but those hit in a different type of way, which is why they resonated with me. But in reading this, it gives all of those qualities that bring me back to being in a classroom in undergraduate where I studied literature, and almost every other line had a meaning, or the context was, I don't know what I'm really trying to say, but it's just engulfing, to say the least. If I could just sum up what I'm trying to say, this book is engulfing. This book, I wake up and I think about this book. Even though it's only been one day, I have not had that feeling. Over the last 2 books that I just tried to finish and read, they were such a chore. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, there was nothing drawing me to it. And it's not to say that these writers are terrible, which no, they have the people, what I truly have to say about the books that I'm about to talk shit about in this next video, these authors have massive fan bases, but I'm telling you, the books are not good. Like, it's just like, yeah, writing might be your passion, it might be like a day project, and you just like slip and fell into the literary scene and someone decided to publish your book because you're a beautiful woman. And it's not to take away from the writing, because I probably will never finish the one book that I've been trying to write. I probably will never finish it, but so until I do, I won't understand the feeling. But I know good literature when I'm looking at it and I'm reading it, and the certain books are just not at this level, you know. And I have to take this call. Hold on. Hello. Hey. Hi. I know it's been a minute. What else is new here? Okay, sporadically reading, sporadically dreaming. We are back with another car video entry, video diary, video log, because your girl is always on the go. Okay, always, literally always on the go. So in other news, I don't even know how to talk anymore. I've been reading a book, and I think I've mentioned this book in a couple of other clips. I don't know what this vlog even is. Let's just do a day check. So today is Sunday, September the 22nd, and it is 9:38 in the morning, and I'm on my way to do grocery shopping. And yeah. And I wanted to just come and talk about this book right here, Jane Smiley's Moo, written in published in 1995. If you are or have been watching my channel, you know, first of all, let me just talk a little bit about myself. So my name is Diamond. I like to read books whenever I have the time. In the past, I've had a lot of time to be able to do that. But right now, not so much, you know what I mean? Like, I still have time, because ultimately, reading, it can be subjective. What I mean by that is, some people say a book a week is a lot. That's a lot. And to some people it is, you know, that's actually a wonderful amount of reading. 1 book a week, which will equate to either 4 or 5 books a month, depending on how many weeks are in a month. So for me, typically, have always been able to read 1 to 2 books a week. My reading has slowed down tremendously. It has definitely slowed down. It like picks up and slows down. You know what I mean? Picks up and slows down. But I have been steadily reading Moo for the last 2 weeks, and I'm almost done with it. I think it's like 75 chapters, and I'm on chapter 44. And I fell in love with Jane Smiley's writing after I read 1,000 Acres by Jane Smiley. And I really loved that book. I loved the writing style. I liked how those characters communicated in that book. I liked just the expertise that went into writing that novel. And that's something that you just have to appreciate with an author. How much attention to detail goes into a book that is crafted so masterfully. It was so episodic. It was definitely cinematic. It was just a great book. And that's why I love fiction and literary fiction in particular so much, because you can get so much out of it. You get so much out of those types of novels. And so Jane Smiley, she's one of the greats, one of the great American authors. And I was like, I have to like dive into her other fiction. And so I started next with Moo, because I had Moo at home, already on my shelves. And this one's also, you know, this is great. This is a great book. So we have Moo, which was written in or published in 1995. But it is a story that is more set in the 1989 to 1990s time frame, and it is a campus novel. It is an academia novel, and it is about the students on this campus, this university called Moo University. It is about the malice and intrigue and corruption in college life and academia in general. It's a bunch of different stories intertwined and told through a cast of characters. And it's about the students, like I said, at the school. It is about the administration. It is about the faculty, even the characters in the town, you know, that surround this university and the university life in general. And there's a lot of drama. There is a lot of drama in this book. It's a lot of, it's just very intriguing the way that Jane Smiley is choosing to set this story up. And it's very, for me, reminiscent of 1,000 Acres, like that kind of backstory that you have to get, and you get kind of caught up into the daily lives of these characters, and their innermost deepest thoughts are told to you. You're reading about every little aspect of a person's nuanced day, and it kind of like builds you up to sort of, you know, you're basically engulfed in the lives of these people, and you're learning about all of the qualms that they have with each other and within themselves that'll ultimately lead to why they're choosing to make these decisions that they're making, or do these quote unquote crimes, or, you know what I mean, things of that nature, stuff like that. And so more than anything, I wanted to discuss the feelings surrounding the way that I'm reading this book. Like how do I say it? Like my experience of reading the book. So in reading it, I sort of have this, it's like a visceral effect. It's very evocative. So I instantly, after reading a couple of chapters a day, I always feel smarter. I'm saying always as if I've always read Jane Smiley, like, oh, every Jane Smiley book I feel super duper smart. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is, like, the way that she talks in the novel, or the language that she's choosing to use in the novel, makes me feel smart, you know? And like, in this world full of so many different aspects and things that are like kind of built to like bring you down or put you down or make you feel less than, the power in reading a novel and what I take away from it, that's why I continue to really try to set aside time and to read, because I just genuinely enjoy how I feel when I'm done. How I feel when I'm done with the reading session, how I feel when I'm finished with the book, and how I feel when I'm communicating what that book made me feel, or how that book added to my personal vocabulary or added to my life. That's why I continue to read. Those are the reasons why I read. So with Jane Smiley, she's one of those ones where it's just like, if you want to feel something, and if you want to feel smarter, if you want to feel like you've accomplished something, read one of her books. And they're also full of drama. Like, if anything, like, these books are like gossip times 10. Like, Moo girl, gossip times 10. Like, you're getting a lesson in reading this book, and you're getting a lot of intrigue and a lot of drama. So yeah, and honestly, not to mention that it's laugh out loud funny. Like, this book is so funny. One thing about humor is universal, right? Meaning it doesn't matter if the book was written in 1975, 1945, 2005. Like, if you are genuinely funny, it's going to shine through in your personality or in your writing. And Jane Smiley is a funny girl. Like, she's hilarious. And so this book is also that. It is a parody on academia, on campus life. I don't know if I've mentioned that, but it is a parody on that. But it's told in a really good way. And so yeah, I'm kind of just leaning towards, I'm not going to, or I want to push myself more so to discuss books vaguely, meaning I don't want to talk about the plot so much, especially if you're going to lean towards wanting to read it. Even though I don't give a damn about spoilers, I love watching a spoilery video. It just pushes me to want to read the book and experience it for myself, what the video was telling me, if that makes any sense. But for me, I think it's going to be more beneficial for my outlet, for how I choose to present myself on the internet, to kind of lean towards speaking on what the book vaguely is about and how ultimately it made me feel as a reader and as a person, and how it added to my life. So with that, that's all I wanted to really share about Moo. I'll of course talk about it more in my little end of summer wrap-up video, because this is the last weekend. I think today is the first day of fall, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to do a end of summer reading wrap-up. I already went to the dentist. Ortho. I've had a lot of dental work done in the last week, and my mouth is so tight. Let's see. First day of fall 2024. Yeah, I was correct. It's today. Today's the first day of fall, so happy fall to everybody. And yes, I'm going to do an end of summer reading wrap-up video, because I have been missing in action. And so yeah. So a little bit about what I've been dealing with in life. I've been dealing with a lot. Like, oh my gosh, it's been so, life has been so different lately. I've been very emotional. We're having a little bit of health things going on with my kid. She's experiencing the woes of adolescence and the transitions that you go through, and with that, her body is talking to her in not so subtle ways, and we're trying to get a grip on everything that's occurring within her body. And so that hasn't been so pleasant. And so that's one reason why I have not been available to talk about books online. Not to mention, my career shift is very demanding on my mental and on my time and on my body. I'm still trying to get a grip on that. But we are getting through it. I am trudging through. Do you hear me? And we're going to make it out on the other side, because there's always a silver lining, and things always work out. With me, things always work out. But you have to, the only way to get through is to go through it, and we're just in the thick of it right now. I'm in the thick of it. And so yeah, that's it, and with that, my human experience, or my life and lived experiences, are so vast compared to so many different people, and I'm not saying that to say what I'm dealing with or going through is harder or I deserve a trophy, but I do think that there is something to say about people who are able to go through things gracefully in life and not choose to play the woe is me game or the woe is me character, or you know what I mean? Like, so I am giving myself a huge pat on the back because I don't play the blame game. I don't play the victim. I just pick up what needs to be picked up and I keep it, you know, I put it on my back and I carry it. And I carry it all the way through until I can make it into the other side. And I think that it takes a strong person to be able to do that. And I guess me talking to y'all and just me talking through it with myself, I feel like I'm already making it. Like, I feel like it's already come to pass. It's done. Like, I count it done. So yeah, this was my check-in. I mean, I don't have any other books to discuss. I did buy a couple of books and I am super excited about Sally Rooney's book coming out on Tuesday. I did not pre-order it because I want to go straight to the store and get it from my local bookshop as soon as it comes out. And I'm going to start reading it immediately. I don't know if I'm going to do a vlog. I don't know if I want to do that. We shall see. I'm a huge Sally Rooney fan. That's why I said I'm just going to save. I'm going to save all of the things that I want to say about the books that I've read recently for my end of summer reading wrap up, because I've reread Sally Rooney over the last month. And I still love that woman. I still love that woman. I think that she's brilliant in so many different ways. And I'm going to just say my thoughts because I have just so much to say. It's like I want to go to Trader Joe's. I'm going to go to Trader Joe's today because the thing is, I have this love-hate relationship with Trader Joe's. But you can't deny that Trader Joe's has the best pre-cooked meals. Like, their pot pie, so delicious. So yeah, we're gonna do Trader Joe's today, and I'm just gonna grab a couple of things from Kroger and Whole Foods. One thing I don't buy from Trader Joe's, I do not touch their fruit. Absolutely not. You'll never catch me buying some fruit from Trader Joe's. Never. You'll never catch me buying fruit from them. Ever. Alright, so anyways, that's it. That's the video. That's the end of it. Whatever this video is, that's just what it's gonna be, because that's just all I have for right now. You know what I mean? Whenever there's more, I'll give more and I'll share more. But I don't have more right now. This is all I have. And yeah, I'll probably finish Mood today. Well, I don't know, because I'm taking my daughter to see Beetlejuice today, so I don't know if I'll be able to finish it today, but it's a good book though. Don't forget about the old books in life, okay? Read backlisted titles, back catalog, dive deep into those authors, because you'll learn so much from them. And with that, I'll see you guys in my next upload. Deuces.